Welcome everyone to another edition of Countdown to Game Day. I am Rich McGowan, the high school sports reporter at the Savannah Morning News, and I'm here to tell you everything you need to know before heading out to the stadium. Last week, Johnson continued its winning ways with an impressive 21-6 win over Beach. Calvary Day defeated Savannah Country Day in overtime 26-20. Savannah Christian rolled all over Bryan County 55-0. And Jenkins showed Savannah High why changing coaches in midseason is never a good idea, as the Warriors got their first win of the season over the Blue Jackets 35-8. Now we are entering week 8 of the high school football season, and the playoff picture is beginning to take shape. And that shape will come more into focus over the next couple of weeks, as every week has many games with playoff implications. And this week is no exception, as we have several games that will impact the playoff picture. So let's take a look at what's coming up. At the start of the year, both Beach and Groves had playoff aspirations, and when these teams meet Friday at Memorial Stadium, the winner will still be alive for a postseason berth, while the winner will be all but eliminated. Beach enters coming off a 21-6 loss to Johnson that saw the Bulldogs struggle for offensive consistency. Beach turned the ball over 3 times, fumbled a total of 5 times, had a bad snap, sailed past quarterback George Grant for a 20-yard loss, and had 7 penalties for minus 55 yards. The Bulldogs have to correct all those mistakes if they want to make the playoffs. Groves suffered a 42-21 loss to Camden County last week that saw the Rebels have problems similar to those of the Bulldogs. Groves had 2 passes intercepted, lost a fumble, and had a blocked punt. The Rebels did get some big plays offensively from the passing game, as quarterback Brandon Jones had touchdown strikes of 46, 81, and 68 yards. Both teams know what's at stake in Friday night's game. Win, and the rest of the season still has meaning. Lose, and it might be time to start thinking about basketball season. Both squads have good athletes who are fast and physical, and I think this will be a good game. I think it'll be a close game, but in the end, I'm going to take Beach 26-20. When we had our preseason meeting here at Savannah Morning News to go over the football season schedule, mapping out games we thought we were likely to cover, Johnson's trip down to Camden County didn't make the cut. But that was before the Smashers became the region's surprise team and winning 4 straight for the first time in a decade. As a result, I am now going down to Kingsland to see the Smashers attempt to upset the mighty Camden County Wildcats. While Johnson has had a remarkable season to this point, everything will pale in comparison to an upset of the state's number 2 ranked team in Class 5A, Camden County. The Wildcats have won 57 consecutive region games, and in their 3 region games this season have outscored Windsor Forest, Beach, and Groves by combined scores of 161-41. The Adam Smashers are led by the quarterbacking duo of Jarrell Smith and Christian Cooper, though Cooper may have to miss his 2nd straight game because of an injured knee. If Cooper can't go, look for Smith to take all the snaps under center and be looking to receivers Torrey Worlds and Rasheed Washington. In last week's win over Beach, the Smasher defense was very impressive, limiting the Bulldogs to just 129 total yards of offense. The defense will have to continue to play in that fashion in order to give Johnson a chance at the upset. Last week, after I picked Johnson to win against Beach, I got an email from Coach Harry Miles saying, "Man, I wish you'd keep picking against us." Well, Coach, here you go. I would love to see Johnson win. It would be a great story and a remarkable upset, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I like the Wildcats to win this one, 42-20. The rivalry between Savannah Christian and Savannah Country Day isn't just about local bragging rights anymore. Now the annual rivalry is a region game, with both teams looking to secure good standing for the final week of the season for the region playoff. Savannah Country Day enters coming off a heartbreaking 26-20 defeat over its other crosstown rival, Calvary Day. The last time the Hornets lost to both Calvary and Savannah Christian in the same year was in 2002, and to avoid that happening again, the Hornets will have to control the football. The Raiders have scored 116 points in their last 2 games, so the Hornets need to establish a running game to go along with the passing threat of the quarterback tandem Cord Glaze and Tate O'Connor. I spoke to Hornet coach Mike Carswell this week about the challenge awaiting his team and the rivalry that goes along with Friday's game.
Savannah Christian's a quality football program. They've got a real good coaching staff and some quality young men over there playing football for them. They really get after it. They're an impressive ball club. I just hope we can hang with them. Again, as far as the region goes, it's a real important region contest. It's going to determine, who's going into the playoffs at the end of the year with the opportunity to go on and play in the state with a cross-region rivalry there. But it's a healthy rivalry. It's real good. I'm hoping we can just hang with them on Friday night.
The Raiders have had two impressive performances in a row to open the Region 3 Single A schedule by taking wins of 61-22 and 55-0 over Claxton and Bryan County. While the offense has scored almost at will, just as dominant has been the play of the Raider defense. Last week, Savannah Christian allowed a talented Bryan County squad less than 100 yards of total offense, and 2 weeks ago knocked out Claxton's Fellis Grant, one of the area's best running backs, out of the game in the first half. This week, I asked Raider coach Donald Chumley how the defense has been so successful against talented offenses that it's seen this season.
Well, I think it's just going to make the kids, kids and coaches, putting more time and more work into the game, because this game's going to go a long way in determining who is going to be number one in the sub-region, and I think it's going to, both teams I expect to play well.
Country Days lost to Calvary last week had to sting, and the Hornets will have to play angry to have a shot to knock off the Raiders. In the end, I've just been too impressed by what I've seen from Coach Chumley's team, so I like the Raiders to win this one 35-7. I've talked a lot about Benedictine on Countdown to Game Day this year, but the fact is, Region 2 AA is loaded with good teams, and just about every week is a big game for the Cadets. And that's how it's going to be the rest of the season. Benedictine is currently 5th in the region with 3 games left on its schedule, and all 3 of those games are against teams above it in the standings. Up this week, Charlton County. Ranked number 7 in the state, Charlton County, the 2006 state co-champions, is led by freshman running back Trey Hamilton, who is already being heavily recruited by colleges. The Indians boast a lot of speed and discipline, and no, they can't afford another loss in the region, as the Indians were knocked off by Appling County 3 weeks ago. Benedictine enters coming off a 28-17 win over Brightling County last week. The Cadets are 5-2 on the season and 3-2 in the very competitive region. Of its remaining games against Charlton, Tattnall, and Appling counties, the Cadets probably need to win 2 of those 3 games to have a shot at the playoffs, though tiebreakers will still have a say in things in the final outcome. While this game will have ramifications as far as the playoffs are concerned, the Cadets can't busy themselves by looking down the road, as I'm sure Coach Bob Herndon has reminded them this week. I went out to the school to talk to Coach Herndon about the challenge of playing the Indians.
Great programs in the state. They've been very consistent over the years. They're in the playoffs every year, play for the state championship, 3 out of 5 years at least. So it'll be a great challenge. I was down there Friday night, swap film with them. Their weight room is actually bigger than our gym, so that tells you the emphasis they have on high school football.
Now this game is Saturday evening at Memorial Stadium with a 6 p.m. kickoff, and I think this game will come down to how effectively the Cadets can control the ball. Everybody knows BC is going to pound the ball as best it can, and it will have to do just that and keep the Charlton offense off the field. I think BC can play with the Indians, but it's hard to pick against one of the premier teams in the state, and that's why I'm taking Charlton 28-17. That is all for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check back right here to savannahnow.com/prepcentral next week for another edition of Countdown to Game Day. For the Savannah Morning News, I am Rich McGowan. See you next week.